on that video. We're live! I think. Hang on.
Live.
We'll see.
Current viewers too. We're 2 viewers already.
Yeah. We're loved.
Who would it be?
Oh, I don't know. Go over to the MIG group I invited you into yesterday, and there should be a link, rather MIG Originals. And there should be a link to, that link. Click on that. And you can see where we are. Hi, everybody. We're waiting to make sure that the stream is live. If anyone wants to tell us the stream is live, that's great.
We're checking by ourselves as well.
Yeah.
That's yesterday's. That's yours. That's yesterday's thing.
Oh, that's the wrong one. Let me send you the correct one. My bad. Copy. Anson, because Anson is so on my list. I was going to say handsome. Well, you are handsome too. You're a good looking guy.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
So,
all right. You got that link for me? Yeah. Click on that, and that should show us if we're live. We have 4 viewers. Hello, concurrent viewers. Oh, no, we lost one.
no, that was me.
Oh, was it you?
That was me. Okay. So we have 3 watchers.
All right, cool.
Okay. Shall we start?
Yeah. So turn up the volume, make sure we have the audio.
No, we did.
All right, I hear myself in my beautiful voice, clearly. All right. So hi, everybody. Welcome to the Seed live stream for this week. We were gone the past 2 weeks for a simple reason. 2 weeks ago was a big Chinese holiday where we took the week off. It's National Week. It was the 70th anniversary of the Communist Party since they have been in control of the country. So everyone gets a week off for vacation for that. And the week after that, we were gone because I took an extra vacation to visit family and friends in the U.S. Sorry, but wanted to see some old friends. But now we're back, and so we'll start this again every week almost. A few items that I want to go over. We're doing this early in the morning our time, pretty much right after work starts, so that we can talk to the US audience. However, I'm also going to start maybe once a month or every other stream, do it late in the afternoon for us or in the evening for us, so we can try to get some of our European customers as well and cater to them as well. We kind of serve both sides pretty equally overall. So we want to try to find a good balance so we can cater to the entire world. If you have any comments about that and how we can, and like what times work best for you guys, let us know. We don't want to be in too early or too late for work. Too early is kind of hard for us, but we can stay later a little bit, but too early might be a little difficult. Aside from that, I actually want to start with
Introducing me first.
Yeah, I was about to say, I want to actually start with the introduction. So I'm Seth, again, hi. I've been with Seed for 3 years. I talk a lot, so that's why I'm here. Then we have Anson. We're looking at ourselves instead of the camera.
Yep. So
Then we have Anson. Anson, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
So my name's Anson, and I work as application engineer in SID, and I joined SID about a year ago.
All right, so yeah, you've been with Seed for about a year. Previously, you were with our X Factory, one of our maker spaces.
Yep.
Over in Dongguan, where all the manufacturing is.
Yes, exactly.
So that's kind of exciting. And now you're a applications engineer for our maker group. So you do a lot of Arduino code, and you're going to move on to do some Python stuff in the future as well, or?
Well, currently I'm mainly focused on Arduino stuff.
Okay, got it.
We'll move on to SPCs and stuff like that.
Excellent. So what's your background, by the way?
So I did my university in the UK, and the major was electronics engineering.
Electronics engineering?
Yeah.
Cool.
So a bit of hardware, a bit of software, a bit of both.
Okay, awesome. So that's great. And part of the reason that he's here today is we actually later are going to be showing off, 1, a quick new product, but 2, we're going to be showing off. It's so bright. Here, angle it so you can see it at the side. Sorry, I'm competing with a bright light back there and then bright light here. A little difficult. This is the beginner kit for Arduino, the Grove beginner kit. So when you get this box, you get several different sensors. We're gonna go over that, and he's gonna live code it. The only code that's been uploaded to this Arduino device here, what you use for the Arduino IDE, has been an example code to make sure my cable was programming. But aside from that, Anson is going to do some live coding, and you're even going to see it. And
we're going to demonstrate some simple input.
I'm glad it's not me because I never code anymore. It's really embarrassing. I've been thinking about doing the. Have you heard of like the 100 days of code?
Yeah.
So I've actually been thinking, if I get the opportunity, I kind of want to do like the 100 days of code. I don't know if I can do it day after day because I have other job responsibilities that can go very long lasting. But I kind of want to do like an engineering of 100 days to like, kind of revamp my technical skills. So not just code, but maybe actually like get my own PCB design too.
Yeah, true.
And
that's something what I want to do.
I want to learn 3D printing.
3D printing?
I've never done that.
Okay, I didn't. Yeah. Like 3D designer.
Yeah, so like even like when I need things laser cut, like the board for this, I always go to you or someone else. I've done laser cutting once or twice, but I'm not too familiar with it. Though a lot of the software is also in Chinese. And see? And we'll wait a second. Yeah, it's looking perfectly healthy now. I just can't see when it comes back. It's a bug that YouTube has, and it's affected me twice already. So that's why I need you to check. I want to hear what I'm saying to see if it's back.
I think it's coming back. Yeah, it's back.
Yeah, it's looking perfectly healthy now. Perfect. Sweet. So sorry about that, everyone. We have a little bit of issue in the morning here in China. When everyone gets to work and hops on the network, things kind of slow down. So every now and then it will drop us. Usually doesn't happen, but might happen like maybe once every 3 streams or something briefly. All right, so moving on. What I want to talk about right now is I actually want to show off a few cool things I found on the internet.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm going to change it over to the browser and extension cam. All right, now they can see everything we're going to show off. But first things first, I actually want to talk about Maker Faire Shenzhen. So Maker Faire Shenzhen. For those of you that don't know what Maker Faire is, it's this amazing event that's kind of having some issues right now, but there are all these Maker Fairs around the world, and there are events that you can go to where they have all these people who are creating new things. It could be artwork, it could be an electronics project. You have things like robots there, art installations. Sometimes it's just cool new 3D printers that people have made. One of something that I've seen a lot at the Bay Area Maker Faire, and I think I saw it at the Detroit Maker Faire once, was this robot that travels on the ground and prints messages out of sand. So as this robot travels along the ground, it's basically like printing out text in sand. And so it's kind of like this cool experiment because it's like printing something, but it's meant to be erased. Because the sand will be blown by the wind or by people walking over it, so the message won't stay too long. So it's kind of like this almost philosophical message about how not everything lasts. But it's a really cool one that I see all the time at many Maker Fairs. I think I've been to 6 Maker Fairs. Already? Yeah, I've been to 3 in the Bay Area. I've been to 7. 3 in the Bay Area, 3 Maker Faire Shenzhens, and I've been to Maker Faire Detroit. And then I've also been to about, I don't know, I forget where most of them were. I've been to like about 4 mini Maker Fairs. Mini Maker Fairs are much smaller. You've never been to a mini Maker Faire?
I think I have.
Okay.
The one.
So I'm from Las Vegas, and we had one in Las Vegas, so I've been there. It was really small, like the size of our office.
Oh, that's, yeah.
So, pretty small overall, the entire thing. But we get people that go there. Pololu, which is one of our rival companies, but they're based in Las Vegas, but they usually sponsor it and everything as well. Full Spectrum Laser. So there's a few companies that actually go and show off what they're doing. Zappos, Zappos, the online retailer for shoes and clothing. They were bought by Amazon, but they also show things off there. So it's just kind of an exciting place for local industry as well as creative people to show things off.
Exactly.
If you can find a Maker Faire in your area that's still ongoing, Maker Faire had some issues, but they're trying to come back. You should definitely attend. It's great to either go for yourself or for family and friends. It's pretty much fun for almost everyone.
Why don't you explain a little bit why Maker Faire is so good? So, like the relationship between.
Okay, so Maker Faire Shenzhen.
and X actually, or Seed.
So Seed helps sponsor Maker Faire Shenzhen. We do a lot of the work and provide a lot of the manpower for it. We do a lot of the planning. But it's not just us, like anyone's allowed to join. We do our best to make sure we don't have any special privileges with it. This year we're actually going to be hosting it at our X Factory location, which is near to our main office, maybe about 20 minutes away. But we're going to host it at our Makerspace location. So that should be pretty exciting. I'm going to share some photos on Twitter later. Actually, I did it yesterday on my personal Twitter. They're starting to set up for it now, and they have these giant inflatable things there that you can bounce with and play.
Setting up different events already.
Yeah, so they're starting to set up like some events and move some big installations in. It looks like we're having, I don't know if that's you or us.
It could be me.
Hopefully it's you. Ooh. Sorry, maybe having some bandwidth issues here. But it should fix itself soon enough. So basically, we put this on. We have a lot of people from all over the world show up. It is one of the big maker fairs in the world.
It was one of the biggest in 2015.
Yeah, it was one of the biggest in 2015.
Yeah.
I think I attended the one in 2016, then 2017, 2018. Then this will be my 8th large maker fair I've attended. I'm pretty excited for it.
Yeah, it should be quite fun. Like
So-
we see different stuff every year.
Yeah, we do. We see a lot of people that return, but also there's usually, like, I'd say at least 25 to 33% that are new. And that's always exciting to see the new stuff come in. And sometimes you even see them take their ideas from like this prototype, and some of them will even take it over to like a product.
Exactly.
And that's actually really exciting too. So you've only been to the Maker Faire Shenzhen?
Shenzhen last year, yeah.
Okay.
I've only been to the one last year.
All right, cool. Well, if there's another one that comes up soon, I don't know if Xi'an's still going on or not. I need to look into that, but if it's not, you should try to attend that.
Yeah.
I think,
Sure.
plus I want to see the Terracotta Warriors, so I really want to go to Xi'an. Anyway, so I'm going to quickly go over this real quick. So we have like a dual language on here. So it's going to be going on soon, November 9th to 10th. It's going, so you can visit shenzhenmakerfair.com, right up here in the bar, and you can attend, figure out how to get here, all this other stuff, start making plans to attend. Little short notice, but you can still rush and get visas and stuff if you hurry now.
Yep.
You can do visa services, or if you want to go down to the embassy yourself or consulate yourself, you can rush through that. Just make sure you have all the right paperwork. But you can come over and check it out. Should be lots of fun. I did not click that. They have so many things running on this. Oh, I've never liked the Maker Faire Shenzhen page on Facebook. I'm a terrible employee. So we're getting ready to go. We used to have like a fighting robot section 2 years ago, I believe, and last year too. So we had like these robots that would actually fight each other, drone battles. But we've kind of made it a little bit smaller this year, but it's pretty fun. Something I'm really excited about that's going on at Maker Faire Shenzhen is Nibble, the robotic cat.
Open cat.
So yeah, for those that don't know, Nibble was a Kickstarter or Indiegogo?
It was Indiegogo.
Indiegogo project, where a Chinese maker basically was making this robotic cat. It's really cool. If you actually look here, that's going to take me to YouTube. But if you actually look, you can actually, its eyes are made out of an ultrasonic ranger, so it can tell the difference. It can do push-ups, sit down. It can walk. It's a really exciting project, and it's one of my favorites. Actually, they're based in X Factory right now, so it's kind of excited to see.
It was called the Open Cat. The Nibble is the
Open Cat.
source.
Nibble's the
open
first
source like
product.
Boston Dynamics.
Oh, was it?
Like open source version of it.
Oh, I got
That's
you.
what
Okay.
people call it.
Okay.
But it's
Okay.
in a cat way because they Boston Dynamics have the dog first.
You know more than I do.
I
Go,
read.
sir. Thank you.
I
Thank
read
you.
the article about him.
Oh, the one in Make Magazine?
No, like previous one.
Oh, I should mention, Make Magazine's coming back.
Yeah.
They were gone for a little bit. Make Magazine's coming back. And actually, this project is going to be on the cover of the new Make
cover
Magazine.
page, yeah.
So they'll be on the cover page for the October edition. So that's pretty exciting. And it was fun. I was talking to them briefly yesterday. Didn't get to talk to I've recovered from that yet. This is really going to hurt me. All right, well, we should be back. So we'll wait.
Yeah, we're back. We're back.
Oh, I was whispering to you. All right, everybody. Welcome back. So I found this cool project as well on Tindy. It's called the Phenomenal Levitating Ball Kit. Basically, it uses ultrasonic sensors to levitate stuff using all those ultrasonic waves. I think this is incredibly cool. And it's only $29, or it's like 27 pounds, or no, euros, I believe. You can see it's 205 RMB. It's a pretty cool kit. So it's everything you need. You kind of just solder it on yourself, snap it into position, and you can make things levitate. They also have a really cool function that I found out, which is called tractor beam, which will actually raise it up and then lower it down. I think it only may go like 1 centimeter up, 1 centimeter down at most, if even. But it's kind of a cool idea to show off. I think it's really exciting. It's kind of fun just to learn some stuff. They have an article in Make Magazine where they were talking about how you can use the ultrasonic waves to suspend stuff. I saw it in a Make Magazine. I didn't read the article, but I do remember like scanning through and I saw it at one point. But I didn't read the full article. But yeah, this is actually really cool. I think it's really neat. The only thing that you need to add to it, I want to point out to everyone, well, I assume you need to have your own soldering equipment. But aside from that, you need to also have some 9-volt batteries. So you need 2 9-volt batteries, it sounds like. I'm not sure if that's to get to 18 volts, or if that is just because you need more current. I'm not sure if it's parallel or series. I haven't done enough research on it. But it's kind of cool, and if anyone's interested, I'd suggest you take a look at it. Pretty cool stuff. And it might even, you might be able to also find projects like this more open source where you can just make it yourself and not have to actually purchase the kit. So please, take a look, and I hope you guys like this. And it looks like we're not having the best quality right now.
It feels like it.
Darn. That's useless. All these warning messages, and I found out like half of them aren't that, don't really give you a good indication of what's going on. All right. So then, sorry guys, I'm still trying to figure out this live stream stuff with YouTube. Some of the messages are very cryptic. There's not good documentation on it. And then being in China and having to go around the firewall is a little bit challenging. So sorry for the quality if it's a little bit low. So another thing I actually found what was really cool, they actually have made a, essentially like a 3D printer that you can actually tattoo yourself with a circuit.
Yeah.
So you can like tattoo circuits onto yourself.
Like a printed PCB.
Yeah.
Like
So it uses some silver, some like silver nanotubes or something. So as it prints out like this dye, you can wipe it off and everything, but it can actually take small amounts of current and voltage. And I think this is exciting.
Yeah.
Because my first thought was, as an American, and it being October, Halloween. What cool things could you do with like printable circuits as tattoos for Halloween?
LEDs. For LEDs.
Exactly. So I don't know how this is going to show up at all. This is already like not the most high quality video here, but you can see in this video, it's flexible and everything.
Yeah, exactly. It's a little bit like flexible PCB, but on the skin.
Yeah, and for those of you watching, I will share all these links below in the description after this stream. But yeah, like you can actually see everything flex. It's doing low temperature soldering on you.
Yeah.
So it's very low temperature, so that you can actually do it right on your skin without burning yourself, and on other materials as well. They actually showed how they could do it on leaf and other organic substrates.
Leaves
so,
as well.
Yeah, so you can do it on leaves,
oranges.
banana peels, hopefully banana peels, I don't know. I shouldn't promise things I don't know. But it's kind of cool you can actually do this. So it'd be kind of fun to get tattoos on your body and then be able to light them all up. I just think that's kind of a cool thing that you can do. I don't know how much current it's capable of. It's in a research phase.
Yeah, at this stage, I won't expect it to be too much.
Yeah, they have like a video on this and everything. So I'll share this. You can read about it. Their main focus for this isn't LEDs, I assume. Their main focus for this type of thing is probably for diagnosis and treatment stuff. So a medical professional could put something on you, and you can quickly get tested.
I see.
So you don't need to have all this equipment on you and everything. Think how great it would be if like for medical purposes, you don't need to actually have like something inserted in your body, or you don't need to have like a physical device you carry around. If you get like a tattoo, even if it's
you can just do it on skin.
What if it was like, even if it was a permanent tattoo that you could have removed later? Like if it's a lifetime illness you need to deal with, a permanent tattoo is fine.
Yeah.
But even if it's like a henna tattoo that could last like 1 month or so, that'd be kind of exciting. So this is a lot of cool things, not just with design, as I was talking about, but medical research as well.
Exactly.
And so I'm excited by that. This is like cool stuff that I think can change how we do practice medicine.
Exactly.
All right. So that's kind of like all the big news I want to share with you guys today. Next thing I want to do is I want to actually get over to some live coding. Are you feeling the pressure yet?
Yeah, a little bit.
All right. So
good.
First, let's talk about this beginner kit. I already kind of showed the beginner kit off. I don't know if they can, without bright light, I need to check it. So we already have this beginner kit. Inside the beginner kit, if I can open it, I always need 2 fingers to open it myself.
Yeah.
I've never had issues opening that before. Okay, there we go. Huh, weird. Maybe I closed it too tightly or something. Oh, you know, I actually did stand on it yesterday, don't ask. I needed like an extra inch to grab something, so I actually put it on the ground and stood on it. Anyway, so you'll get like a little, get like a little kit in here. This is like a little plastic insert where you'll have a bunch of sensors. And the sensors, in the end, these sensors right here. So you get a LCD screen. It's not RGB. It's just white text on a blue background.
Yep.
You get a line follower, so it can detect if you have like a black object in front of it or a white object, help with line following. You get a tilt sensor, so it can just tell if something's moving back and forth. Good to see if your servo gets to the right position. A buzzer, a chainable RGB LED, which is going off right now and blinding me. A temperature humidity sensor. You get a light sensor, which I think is analog.
It should be analog, yeah.
Yeah, you get an analog light sensor. That's the only analog device we send with this. So you can kind of get like a rough degree of how bright or dark it is. It's useful for maybe closing your blinds or turning on lights.
Yeah, lights. Good.
And then we have is this just an accelerometer or is it an IMU?
It's a three axis.
Accelerometer. Okay, so it's just the accelerometer. So it's no gyroscope or magnometer. All right, cool. Now, I want to point out this also comes with our Arduino Lotus. So this is like your Arduino equivalent board. This is the main board. It uses an Atmega 328P. 328P?
328P.
Okay, cool.
Same as the Arduino Uno.
Yeah. So it should function virtually the same.
But
there is a...
To point out though, this is the Arduino Lotus. So Arduino
Exactly.
Lotus is basically the normal Arduino and combined with our famous shield. So you don't have to buy the extra shield.
Yeah, the Grove Shield.
Yeah, the Groove Shield.
So
you
yeah,
don't really have to
so
buy
it's
it.
one board instead of needing 2.
Yeah.
So it's still compatible with almost all Arduino shields.
Yeah.
They all, some might not fit due to these headers here, but almost all will. And what's great is that with these, you just can plug in with our Grove connector.
Yeah.
You need no soldering, you just plug in and it'll work. So that makes it kind of neat and exciting to do. So that's kind of fun. And what we're going to do now is, as I move things around, we're going to do a quick amount of live coding for about 10 minutes or so. If you guys have any requests to see one of these sensors work specifically, let us know in chat. My first challenge for you is to get the buzzer to work when the tilt sensor goes off.
Yep.
I think they're both digital, right?
Yeah, they will be.
So now you just need to figure out where I put these cables. So just so you know, we also did laser cut out a little acrylic board so we could just mount everything.
Please.
Yeah. So I'll let you go over, quickly
Okay.
explain the wiki and all the links.
Yep, sure.
And then when you're ready, I'll switch over to the code view for it.
Okay, so first thing we have, so once we get our product from our page, from our site, we can firstly click on we can actually type in our product name. So for this product, it's the group beginner kit for Arduino. We can just simply type in.
Punch in there and it will take him to the page.
Yep, and then we just take it to this page, which will take you to this main product page. And if we want to find the resources for such product, we will just simply scroll down and
Sorry, my
click,
scrolling's inverted from you.
and click learn, and this we will see see an.
All right, I'll let you know when we're back. So just go quickly because I don't want to take up too much more of your time.
Sorry.
All right, cool. We're back.
So we're back. So
Yes, he's back. Sorry.
now we are on the wiki page of our product, and this will help us to get started with our product. So I will skip through all the introduction bit and get to the actual coding bit.
So on this one wiki page, you have like all the information for the sensors, plus information on how to get started.
Yep.
So it is a beginner's kit.
It is actually a beginner's kit. You
So,
will see. So
great way
you
to
will see
get
basically the first step will be like installing the driver onto your computer, because this Arduino board we used CP21202.
From Silicon Labs.
Yep.
Okay.
CP21202.
So it will be a little different
to
from
be
a normal
driver.
Arduino then,
Yep.
because they will have to install a special driver for it.
Yep.
Okay, but we have a guide on how to do that.
Yes. We do.
Awesome.
So we just simply, because we already have installed this on our computer, so we don't really have to do this step. So then after that, you can just, we also need to include this JSON board library into our Arduino.
And I always forget what it's called too. Every time.
That's what we have to do beforehand, and that's it.
Okay. So we have all the instructions here. Very
detailed.
This is better documented than when I first did it. I first did this like 4 years ago, before I joined C. But looking at it, this is much better documented now. So
Okay.
yeah, this should be really easy for everyone to get up and running. That's perfect.
Yep. So like you said, you wanted to do using tilt switch with buzzer. So we can simply scroll down and see which module we would like to learn. And here we have tilt switch. We can simply jump down and see the code. Here's the code provided. That's sort of the code we need to get just this to run in and print the state of the tilt sensor onto our serial monitor.
And while you do that, I'm going to figure out what cable it is for you to make it easier.
So now we just jump on our Arduino, and here's our Arduino IDE.
I'm going to set the tilt switch to digital 4. You know, as long as people find it interesting. I don't know what else to do. I mean, connections, it's never been this bad before.
Let's see.
It's only been this bad at 9 o'clock when everyone's turning on their internet. Aside from that, it's never been this bad before. So hopefully next week gets resolved as we get further from the holiday. Systems a go. All right. So he's copied the code from the tilt switch that was on the wiki.
That's all we needed. So now we can just paste this.
Yes.
And this is our tilt switch code. I might have to do some little adjustment to our previous code. So what did you say was the...
So digital 4, in this case D4, D4, pin 4, digital pin 4, is going to be our tilt switch. And the buzzer is digital pin 3.
So for us to implement buzzer, we also just simply we could just define a pin, we call it buzzer. buzzer, and we can call it we're using pin 5 or pin 3.
Pin 3.
Pin 3.
There you go.
And then we
So
can see
what do these define statements do?
these two. Basically, we define what pins we would like to use in our main board. in
Okay.
this hardware.
So,
in the physical hardware.
well, what does it actually do? So what it's going to do is basically, whenever in the code we write buzzer, it'll automatically replace buzzer with the number 3,
Yeah, exactly.
right? Okay.
And then-
So we're making constants, or
Yeah, we're making
constants. I've programmed once in my life. I don't have a CS minor.
So if we don't do anything to these two will mean nothing. So for us to actually set the hardware to the pins or the sensors to the pin, we have to in the setup we do something like pin mode. We set this.
Okay, so that way, if I want to, okay, so I see. So if I want to change the pin later, instead of changing the pin throughout the code, I just change it at the top where it would say buzzer or tilt switch. I would change the value there instead of everywhere.
Exactly.
All right, got you.
So all I have to do, we can already see our tilt switch is assigned to we have set it to input.
Got you.
So we now want to use our buzzer as an output.
Yes.
All we need to do is
I'm going to totally unplug this RGB LED, by the way.
that's fine.
Oh, thank God.
Pin mode, and then what we defined before.
I have like this bright spot in my vision
Yeah.
from this.
And then just do output, and then semicolon, and that's what we pretty much set up here.
Okay, so you're setting the tilt switch to be an input and the buzzer to be an output.
Okay.
All right, cool.
And then here we have a loop. Inside the loop, we are using this integer variable called val to digitally read the status of our tilt switch. And then previously the code only prints out the state of the tilt switch, but for now we want to use the status of the status of the tilt switch to output. So we have to do some other coding. So we can simply if statement.
Okay.
So we can do something like if a condition, which is inside the bracket, if the condition will be if val, which is the state of the tilt switch, is equal to 1, or it actually better to say high. If the state of this is high, then
you're way better than me.
we can do something
I would have
inside
just been
this,
so lazy. I would have just done one.
inside of this bracket. So if this condition is true, we can do something.
Much better teacher than me.
And if we, like we said, we would like to use buzzer as an output, and we already set the buzzer to the output, and then we can just do digital, right?
Is it digital dot right or?
No, it should be digital right like this. Digital right, and then you just put buzzer again, and then we just put it digital right high like this.
Okay.
And this will do. So this basically means if this condition is true, if the state of the tilt sensor tilt switch is high, which is equal to 1, so if it is activated, then it will digital write the buzzer to high.
Okay.
And also, but this won't be the only condition. We also would like to do else. So if this doesn't happen, then it doesn't do anything. So we just do else. Also, the bracket.
I remember there were many times when using buzzers, I would just want to test if it was working. So I'd set it to high, and I would never set it back to low ever. And then I would just be upset with myself with all the constant noise.
That's what our program will do.
All right, cool.
And now we can simply upload, but before upload, we could collect. We'll have to go onto tools and then select the right board and also the right ports. In our case,
they aren't going to be able to see this, unfortunately. But you would go to tools, you would go to boards, and you would have to select seed Lotus from the drop-down menu, and then you would have to go through port and suggest the correct port.
Yeah.
In this case, it's going to be called, I'm on a Mac, so mine's going to be called slab_USB to UART.
On Windows, normally it would be com something.
Yeah, Windows has horrible naming for this. It's com something, like all the other com ports.
Yep. So now we can just click upload, and hopefully it should work. Oh, of course we got to save it.
I'll just save the default name. Alright. So let me go and change this. We'll make sure it works, then I'll switch over to external.
Let it compile first. Okay, I think it's done.
Alright, looks like it worked.
Now we can test it. So
Yep, it's working.
we can see if we hold it flat, there's nothing, and if we tilt it,
Oh, that buzzer.
there's even just a slight tilt. There's going to be some noise.
Alright, so very cool. So we have all this code ready for them to get started very easily.
Yes, they
Alright.
can basically go onto our wiki and then just change stuff, tweak,
This is awesome.
and do their own coding. And they can base on our code and change it to their own code.
Alright.
Very easily.
Awesome. Well, that's really cool. So it's very easy to get up and running with this beginner kit. And I just wanted to highlight it. And because I think one of the best ways to start to learn is with our Grove cables, where you don't have to solder. So you don't need to worry about that level of difficulty or just things breaking, having the tools.
We'll basically just implement two modules like with a simple connection and a little bit of code.
Yeah.
You can pretty much done that in 5 minutes if
Yeah.
you're familiar.
Yeah. Or honestly, if you're not familiar, you could get this done within a half hour for sure.
Yeah.
And that's very powerful to get like that very quick sense of accomplishment. I remember like back when I was in university, we had to solder everything. That extra level of complexity just made it tiring. And while it was great to like do all this, it was even more places where things could go wrong. And while it is good to learn how to troubleshoot, I think it's better to learn one part at a time and then combine them all together. So I love this to get started, to learn. It's easy to use. This Arduino Lotus, like the beginner kit I should mention is 30 USD. I think it's $29.99 or $29.90. So it's pretty cheap. And then the Arduino Lotus by itself is $9.90. So it's really cheap to grab this and get started. And the base shield, we sell the base shield for like what?
$6 or $5.90, something like that.
$5.90. Okay. So yeah. So if you otherwise you'll have to buy like not only an Arduino board but also the Grove base shield. This just makes it easier, all in one. So I really like this idea. It's very quick and easy. So now I actually want to switch over and I want to talk about a new product that we are releasing. It's falling out, but we'll pretend it doesn't fall out right now. We'll be showing off this demo hopefully soon. Right now, I don't think, is this functioning right now or not yet?
And we are still testing it.
Oh, we're still testing the demo. The demo's not fully finished yet, so I apologize. But this is our new product, this board right here. So I'm going to switch over to the, it's called the Lite Risc-V. I'm going to switch over to the Bazaar page. So everyone, I know. I did it right as I was switching, so at least we know what we cut off on. All right, so we should be going live right now, but I'm gonna give it like another 3 seconds. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, hit it. Oh, cool, it is back. All right, cool. So, like I was saying, this is one of the newest products we have. It is the Lite Risc-V. So it uses a different instruction set, an open source instruction set called Risc-V. The entire point of this instruction set of this processor is that it is, there's not a lot of commands that you can program for it, but that makes it very simple architecture. And it allows it to execute, so you really don't need like a long pipeline or anything. It's very simple to execute things quickly with it. RISC actually stands for Reduced Instruction Set Architecture.
Yeah, exactly.
And so
It's a Model 5.
it was originally being used by academics, but now it's becoming much more mainstream in the maker area, and we're seeing it go a lot of different places, a lot of use in AI as well. But this is attached to a ESP8266. Actually, that's actually the Pio core. So you get your Wi-Fi and connectivity through there. So the board is actually powered by USB-C, and we also have a battery, standard JST battery connector as well, 2-pin. And then it is Feather form factor, so your Feather shield should work for it as well.
We
In
also
fact,
have a feather shield.
yeah, we have the feather shield here for Grove. So, here, hold on there. That was a feather shield for Grove, so you have a bunch of feather breakout boards there. So, this is actually really easy to get to use. We are working on this demo, which we'll hopefully release like in the next week or two.
Yeah, we'll do.
I think we have like some other stuff we're excited about next week that we want to show off. So that's kind of pushing the demo slightly aside. But I know we're probably get this demo done in the next 2 weeks and we can upload that code. So I also want to point out another cool thing about this is that it has an SD card slot on back. So you can store a bunch of extra data for this. So if you're gathering a lot of data, you can store it all there as a data logger. And we don't have the wiki ready for this one yet, but we are working on it. I just wanted to show it off. I think it's kind of cool. It's also, so Risc-V architecture tends to be, for whatever reason, low power consumption. I'm not sure why. I think part of it is because since it is a reduced instruction set, the circuitry for it, you need less gates to power, so it tends to be less power in that regard. I don't know if that's why it's usually less power for Risc-V in general, but I know that's part of the reason Risc-V was preferred to CISC. But it uses less power than what your traditional Cortex chip would. I'm trying to figure out what this switch is. Oh, this is a boot switch. Okay. So you can go from boot to just normal running, from programming to running. Okay, got you. And then there's the reset button. We have a lot of GPIO, same thing as the Feather form factor. And then I think it looks like we actually are showing off some sample code on the website. Oh, right. Sorry, two computers is confusing. Oh, darn it. I'm having issues with the VPN on this one. Makes sense. All right, so you can't see it, but down there are two lovely photos. And one of those photos is actually showcasing, oh, they're loading, perfect. And so one of those is actually showing off like what the everything on here is. The other one is showing off some code. So you can see how to get it up and started to go.
It looks like it just...
Is this...
It's an LED, turning on LED and LED
Visual
off.
Studio, I think.
Yeah, it is. And it's turning on LED and LED off.
All right, so we have that. We are again working on the wiki, but fun, exciting project if you want to get started with Risc-V and start playing with it. So that's always exciting and fun. And I want to point out that the price point doesn't seem that bad either. It is very cheap. It's not even $7, I believe. Yeah, it's $6.90. I wasn't sure if it was $6.50 or $6.90. It's $6.90. Oh yeah, $6.50 is for the bulk purchasing. Mm-hmm. Right. That's why it was in my head. So kind of exciting little Risc board to play with. All right. So that's really all we have for you today. We will be showing off this demo hopefully either next live stream or 2 live streams from now. Also on next live stream, I'm going to be joined by Fusion. So let me switch over to us. So next live stream, I'll be joined by Carmen Zhang from the Fusion team. And she'll be accompanying me, telling you guys about some cool stuff that we're doing for our PCVA services. So if you have questions, get ready for those for next time. And I guess that's about it. Again, let us know what you thought about this live stream. Sorry about the quality. Feel free to complain about that. That's valid feedback. And that's it for today. So thank you, Anson, for joining me.
No worries.
I actually love how you program way better than I do. Like using high and setting up definitions, constants for the pins. I would have not done that. So if you guys actually want us to make like some tutorials and demos on how to use this stuff, videos, maybe we can do that as well. Yeah. Like prepare them out, not live, but more professional. Go through like 1 or 2 demos. Yeah, might be able to do that in the future too. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. All right, everybody. Thank you for watching. Hope you found this helpful. See you in a week. All right. Shut it down. Dun, dun. Done. I need to hit the end button.